Chairman Carr, you authored the FCC section of Project 2025 in which you state on page 845 the FCC is an independent regulatory agency. Is that correct?
Oh, I authored that in my personal capacity. I don't say this to dodge, just as
right, just as a point of. But you did. You did.
Just as a point of clarification, just want to say.
Prior to you being named chairman, you had written that the FCC was an independent regulatory agency. I'm going to continue. And Chairman Carr, just yes or no, did you testify before the Senate Commerce Committee on December 17th, 2025? Just yes or no? Yeah, I believe you did. It's in the record. And at the hearing, you testified in response to a question from Senator Ben Ray Lujan that the FCC is no longer an independent agency, and you reiterated that point earlier today. Prior to the senator's question, the FCC website was clear that the commission is an independent agency, but shortly after your response, this language was removed from the website as displayed here. Chairman Carr, did you decide in the middle of the hearing to officially abandon the FCC's independence, or had that decision already been made by you and President Trump prior to the hearing?
This is an important conversation. So the way—
Yeah, and my question is just on timing. So did you make that decision during the hearing or prior to the hearing? Because it was because the website said prior to the hearing that it was an independent agency. You made a comment during the hearing, and then someone changed the website to say, make no reference to it being an independent agency. So I just want the American people to know, had that decision already been made when you walked into the hearing, or did you make that decision at the hearing?
I'm pleased that the FCC's website reflects my views. And what I'm saying
that the FCC is not an independent agency. That's correct, right? So your view was, entering the hearing, it was an independent agency. During the hearing, no longer an independent agency. So that's your view that it's not an independent agency.
That's not correct. The independence is determined by a number of factors. It's multi-members, it's term of years, but the main key piece is, can a commissioner be removed by the president for no reason or any reason at all? And historically, the view had been that courts would read into the Communications Act for-cause removal protection that wasn't in the statute.
Okay, so let's just
let's
just talk about the independence, right? So I understand what you're trying to make a case for what independence is historically made, but you no longer clearly want to say that it's an independent agency and just be upfront about it, as you did in Project 2025, as you did on the website entering that hearing. So it's just a question of, were you misleading the American people because a decision had been made, or it was something that you had previously discussed with Trump? On the issue of independence, you talk about broadcasters' public interest standard, and we've listed a number of instances where the FCC has gone after broadcasters. Can you tell the committee what investigations or actions the FCC has taken for coverage of Democrats that the FCC has disagreed with? Because there's been a number of things for President Trump, but what have you done that the FCC has thought was in violation of the public interest standard as it relates to coverage of Democrats?
The FCC right now has investigations into NPR, PBS, CBS.
Regarding their coverage of Democrats? Regarding their coverage of Democrats. That's the question. Not the number of investigations. Regarding the coverage of Democrats, are there specific investigations specifically to the coverage of Democrats? Because there's a number of for Republicans and Trump. What are you doing with respect to the coverage of Democrats that shows that it's fair, balanced, and you're not picking winners and losers? Just tell me what you're doing.
We don't have investigations that are targeting Republicans or Democrats. We have investigations.
No, but you've been clear about this. I mean, you've been lauded by the president for going after people who disagree with the president's policies or who articulate positions that differ from the president's policies. I'm just wondering, to show that you're balanced, what are you doing to show the American people that you continue to be an independent agency by going after agencies, broadcasters in a fair and balanced way? We know you're not, and that's why I'm glad that you're here, but we need to have more of these conversations. I yield.
Gentleman's time has expired. If the chairman would like to respond, I'll give you a few seconds.
I would say we have a range of different investigations that are underway right now. We're enforcing the public interest standard, and that's the work that we're doing.